Okay, so in this video we're going to be going over how to do the rubber tire for our Automoblox truck. Alright, there's a couple numbers that we need to go off of based off the drawings that PLTW gives us. Alright, our main circle is 1.560, okay, on the diameter. And then it's offset by 0.1, and then it's offset again by 0.03. So we're going to do that. We're going to step down those circles, and then here you'll notice from the center point you draw a line, and then they want you to draw that line 4 degrees on each side, kind of making a pie piece. Okay, we're just going to end up keeping that small little pie piece there. Alright, so that's basically what we want to do. Let's switch over to Inventor. I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to come out. Okay, the circle that I draw is going to be 1.65. Okay, there's our circle. I'm then going to come up here to the offset command, select circle, bring it down. Okay, in this case it ends up being 0.1, and then I'm going to offset again from that circle down 0.03. Okay, so there are my 3 circles. That's what I'm shooting for. Okay, I am then going to draw a line. Okay, from my center point, I'm going to draw that line, and I want to touch the middle circle. There we go. Alright, so at that point, we're now going to draw the rest of our pie piece. So I would start here in the middle. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to come over here and just click on the line. I'm not going to worry about where it's landing. We're going to dimension that. So from here to here. Okay. We want that to be 4 degrees. Okay, and then I'm going to draw another line. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, come down here, zoom in, make sure it's touching that line. Okay, and then once it is, we are going to dimension that. So from here over to here, we want that 4 as well, and Inventor picked up on that. So we are looking good. Alright, we are looking good. Now, unfortunately, we got a lot of extra lines here that we no longer need. We can come up and select the trim command, okay, and we don't need this line, and we don't need this line, and we don't need this line, and we can get rid of the one in the middle. So we only have that piece there in the middle. That's important. That's all we need. We don't need all the rest, so we can get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to do an extrude. Okay, the extrude, when we extrude our shape, we want to make sure we're going evenly both ways, and our shape is 0.5. Okay, so we can start to see our tire forming. I press OK. Now unfortunately, after we do that, that sketch is no longer visible. All that work that we just did, we can't see it. Well, if we come over here to our extrude and hit the plus button, and then right click on sketch 1 and choose share sketch, that sketch comes back. So now we still have access to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do an extrude, and we're going to select that circle, and we're going to go evenly in both ways. And for this we'll use 0.1. Okay, so it is that little strip that's on the inside. And you'll notice it goes all the way around, but it's leaving out that hole. Okay, so if we rotate this around and then zoom in here, okay, and when we choose extrude, we want to make sure we are selecting that surface. So I'll choose profile and fill in that last little piece. Press OK. Okay, looking good. We have still shared that sketch. So now what we're going to do is do an extrude. Zoom in. Okay, we know it's up here somewhere. We wait till it highlights in that red. Notice it's now coming out. Okay, and how far does it come out? We want to go evenly, and we don't want to go quite to the end, so let's try 0.4. Okay, and we're going to make sure that goes evenly in both directions. And if we are looking at this and I rotate this around, you can see in the middle there, okay, that piece, zoom in so we can see, is getting extruded in both directions evenly. It's not coming right up to the edge, and it's those little ribs that go around the outside of our shape. Okay, so that's what we want. We press OK, and now we're going to circle pattern it. Okay, this is something new that we haven't done yet, so I'm going to choose on circular pattern, and then it wants you to select what you want a circular pattern. In this case, it's going to be that little shape in there. I've selected it. Okay, and then you choose the rotation axis, and I'm going to choose the inside of our circle. And if we look at what's happening right now, it's put 6 of those in there. Okay, we want a total of 14 of them. Okay, and by typing in 14, it's going to put those in evenly in a nice circular pattern around the inside, looking great. All right, looking good. Press OK. We're good to go. Over here on sketch 1, we can then turn off visibility on that, and our shape is done. Basically what PLTW wants you to do, they want you to be done at this point. Well, we're going to go a step further. Okay, we want to round over our edges, so we're going to choose fillet and select our 2 edges. Okay, how big do we want to go around? I think that's a little bit too large. Let's try 0.05 maybe, and that's giving us a nice round over on our tires. All right, again, these numbers you can play with. If it's not turning out exactly how you needed it, you can choose different numbers. There are no specifics, but we are going to put a pattern that goes around our tire, because much like if we look at a picture, okay, if I go on the internet here, there is this pattern that goes around the outside of our tire. I think that's important that we get some type of pattern going around the outside of our tire to our truck. All right, so how do we do that? We're going to come over here. We need to put a plane out here. Okay, you need to put a plane, but unfortunately, if you choose plane, it's only going to attach to the side profile of the tire right now. That's not what we want. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, okay, where it says origin, and as you mouse over, it's going to show you your different planes. In this case, we need to see that XZ plane. So I'm going to right click on XZ plane and turn on visibility. All right, at that point, now I can come in with my plane command and press and drag this up. Now, how high do I need it? You need it to go past the tire. It doesn't matter if it's, you don't want it right on it, so just pull it past. Don't even worry about the measurement you're getting. Okay, just pull it out there. We're going to draw on it. Doesn't matter how far away it is. So I'm going to hit the checkbox. I don't need to see this line anymore, so I could right click, turn off visibility on it, and now if I turn this to the side, okay, looking at our front view, my work plane is up here. It's away from the tire. Doesn't have to be exactly on it. Okay, so we are going to start a 2D sketch on this plane. Okay, and as we start to draw, okay, I am going to bring in some geometry. So we're going to choose project geometry, and I'm going to bring that top line and the bottom line and this edge line and this edge line. I just brought those in for reference points. Alright, so now as I start to draw this, alright, as I start to draw, what you want to do is I'm going to come in with my line tool, okay, and you could start out here at the edge. You don't necessarily need to, okay, if you wanted to bring it in just a little bit, you can do that as well. So I'm going to start here, I'm going to come over, alright, and if I zoom out, maybe I want to make some kind of larger C looking shape. Like so. Okay, there's our shape. You probably want to dimension it, make sure everything's even. So on this side, we'll go with 0.3. Oops. 0.03. Okay, and then on this side, if I dimension this, 0.03. And then I come up to the top here, and I make this gap also 0.03. Okay, so there's one of them. Okay, and then maybe over here I draw some other type of shape. So I'll come up here, and maybe this one won't be as big, so I'll make it a little smaller. Okay, And no two of these are going to be exactly the same because we don't have the measurements. You're just kind of winging it. Okay. Put some dimensions on this. 0.03. And I'm just using 0.03. You can use whatever number you want. I'm just putting that here because I just want it all to look even when I'm done. 0.03. Okay. Something like that. Alright, so we're in good shape. I finished the sketch. I'm now going to do, instead of an extrude, which we're used to, we're going to click on emboss. Okay, and when I select emboss, I'm going to select each of those two shapes that I just made. You'll notice the arrow is going down. I want to wrap this to the face. It's asking what's the face, so I'm going to select the face that it's going to wrap around. You can see that it's putting it down on there. Okay, we want this to cut into our shape. We don't want it as a ray shape, and I'm going to leave this at 0.1. You can adjust this to a different number. If you want to go deeper into your tire, I'm going to try 0.1, see what we end up with. So I'm going to press OK. And if I go to rotate this around, you'll notice that 0.1 was way too much. It's actually going through our shape. Okay, so not good. We come over here to emboss. I double click, and instead of 0.1, let's try 0.01. And press OK. And now when we zoom in, okay, we are going into the tire, but not too much, and I think it looks good. Okay, looks real good. So now we're at the point where that's finished, and let's make it go all the way around. This work plane, we can turn that off, turn off visibility. All right, so then we're going to choose circular pattern, select the pattern, choose the rotation axis. It's going around. How many do you need? This, you have to play around with the numbers. There's 8 of them. There's 9 of them. Okay, so 9 of them looks good. I press OK, and now if we look at our shape, we have put that pattern going all the way around the outside. Now you can get crazy on here. You can put that Automoblox logo on there, whatever you need. We're just going to color in this shape. Okay, so if you just highlight the whole thing, and then you come up here and you choose the green color that you want, click the checkbox, and we will wait for it to update, and we are good to go. Okay, our rubber tire is ready to roll. We got the ribs inside, we got the tire tread on the outside. Alright, this is looking sharp. Okay, let's zoom in and take a look at that. Alright, see how it's rounded over on the edges here? That looks great. Okay, so that's how we do the rubber tire. Make sure you save the document, and you're ready for the next video. Good job.